Right there. Hello guys. Are we still? Oh yeah, we are. So hello guys, this is Guardian the Gamer, and welcome to episode 22, season 2 of the Guardian the Gamer show and podcast. Today we had a lot of great news story and a lot of great updates, and this is actually the first ever live showing we actually talked about. So there'll be a lot of great content for you. There'll be a lot of great content for you to watch and to discover. So yeah. So what we're talking about in the Tgtg show episode 22 season 2, what are we talking about? So in gaming we're gonna talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, their brand new 150 player battle royale, and we're gonna get a opinion in that. We're also gonna get a opinion on the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and we're also gonna get a opinion on we're also gonna get a opinion on the new PlayStation 5 controller. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. And we might even talk about what does the coronavirus mean for the console war. We really go on to the next question. What does the coronavirus mean for the tech world? Because everything have been cancelled. Google I/O have been cancelled. Motorola Conta in Barcelona have been cancelled. Apple March event have been cancelled. Apple September event will be cancelled. Probably the Unpacked event will be cancelled. E3 cancelled. E3 cancelled. Huawei unveiling will cancel for live. And even though all the event of Canada's still going on live stream. And what does the coronavirus mean for big digit? We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about UK member of the UK actually burning down 5G tower because 5G apparently called coronavirus. I don't really know. It's sort of really weird, in my opinion. And we're gonna talk about Google and Apple working together to create an app with their user in the coronavirus. They've been in contact with somebody who got the coronavirus. Maybe the rich people don't like working with the... finally the rich would have to work with the poor Android peasant. Finally, so let's see how that goes. And finally, we're gonna talk about hard keying and things like that. So yeah, so let's get into it. We're gonna launch a brand new mode. So let's get into the Call of Duty Warzone. My opinion, and I'm gonna record it. So yeah. So hi guys, this is my opinion of Warzone on the Guardian the Gamer show. If you want to see early access of content, and if you want to see my review on the content going around in the world right now, right today here in the real world, what's going on, then subscribe and tune in to the Guardian the Gamer content, which will be pre-recorded or live. Sorry, I got a cough. So Warzone, what is Warzone? Warzone is a 100 player. What is Call of Duty Warzone? Call of Duty Warzone is the successor for Call of Duty Black, which came in Black Ops 4 in 2018. Warzone is the successor for that. Warzone is the successor for that Call of Duty Modern Warfare in 2020, but the only difference is free to play. So what is the objective about Warzone? What is the Warzone objective? So the Warzone objective is what is unique about Warzone? The Warzone objective is basically the last one stand. There's two more in Warzone, the Warzone Battle Royale, and that is basically the last one stand. And you go to location, you fight your weapon, you survive. That is basically in the typical lab one standing to survive, and yeah. Throwing the mix with cash or in-game currency which you can collect, and then go to buy station to buy your loadout drop from the actual Modern Warfare game. So if you got a really good loadout that you want to stream to your buddy, then you can buy it, or buy your player teammate back, or buy armor, or buy ammunition, or buy a gamma so you can maybe survive in the storm a bit. So you can buy things like that, and then importantly buy a player. That only if that player loses the Gulag map. Where if you play the original game, the Gulag is basically gunfight or a gunfight torn. You drop in, so when you die, you go to the Gulag, and your second chance to survive. You drop in there with like a random loadout, a random weapon, a random weapon, and then you try to go to survive. You try to survive by eliminating the other opponent and surviving. And then they punch you. It's kind of like a drum war, but you have to collect cash, and it deferred to $1 million, dollar or 1 million. I don't know. 1 million Battle Royale dollar. So it deferred to get 1 million Battle Royale dollar. And it deferred to do that. And you got on the brim map Voldemort, and it got praises from the multiplayer from mainly from multiplayer from Grand War, and it come praises like that. So what did I think about Battle Royale? First thing, I like it. I think they did the best Battle Royale game apart from Fortnite. Now, don't get me wrong, they did good, but you will never beat Fortnite. I played that game straight for 2 years. I will constantly on it for 2 years, and for about September 2017 to probably about December of 2019, I played that game solid with my friends. We played that game non-stop. And that game brought me so many moments and taught me so many things about gaming and about working as a team. and I think that changed the whole market for gaming. So yeah, it will never beat Fortnite. It will never beat. So yeah, so let's go through. Did I think it a good game? Yeah, absolutely a brilliant game, and I like it even more that I can play with. I like it that even more I can play with friends and family, and I can play with them. Even if they haven't got, even if they haven't got the game, they can just download it for free on their store, and I can play with no matter what console or what platform they're using, or if they're using a streaming platform, or service, because it's cross-platform. It brings all the cross-platform things to Modern Warfare. It brings all the cross-platform, and I like it that I can have, that I can jump, that I can have the same account and the same possession and have the same stuff, and I can jump from one game to, I can be in multiplayer when I'm playing on my own, and when some friends are playing Warzone, I can just jump right over to Battle Royale instantly. I don't need to exit the game, and then exit the launcher, and then launch another launcher, and then launch another game back up. Cause they're all in the same game. And I like that. They're all in the same game. That in my opinion, then that the best thing about it. The three best thing about the game, in my opinion, then, I'm gonna say it here. Number one is free to play. That really good. Second one, with anybody, anywhere, on any platform. Number two is that all that Modern Warfare, the like the gun, the loadout, the weapon, the map, the ability to have cross-platform play, and cross-say and cross-possession, it all here. That really good, and the ability that you can sync between Modern Warfare and Warzone, Modern Warfare Battle Royale. That really good in my opinion. That so the first thing with the final thing, I would say the final thing is just guns. It no burden or nonsense, or it just gun, and it just playing a gun game. That the final thing about Modern Warfare, really, it's just gun. That probably one of the best thing about it is gun. Now there is some drawback to Modern Warfare where I didn't like. The first thing is, the first thing at the start, you can only play with 3 players. And that will bother your solo player, because that will bother your solo player or your solo player, because yeah, that is just bother your solo player, because you can't play on your own. And I get that just bother your, I get that bother you, you don't want peasant to be in your game section. I get that bother you just don't want peasant in your game section. Now they can be in your game section. So yeah, I get that bad. Another thing about another thing about it being only free to play. It feel weird coming from game like mainly Fortnite. I'm gonna compare it a lot to Fortnite. Mainly Fortnite, where you have 50 versus 50, where you are creative, where you had 100-player lobby, or 100 your friend in one mode. And I get that one a proper battle royale, but when you can only have 3 players in one mode. Like, people who are playing battle royale, especially the people who are playing competitive, are gonna feel like that. The certain thing what bad about battle royale is that it quite laggy. Now it's not laggy because the game charted P or not. It had 150 players at one point. Apparently they're adding 200. Apparently they're adding total, they're adding a 200 player map. And that is incredible, but it just get laggy. And it just get really laggy, and it becomes who the point who got a better hardware, and you can't get it, you can't record. One of the good things about the free-to-play market, and one of the thing that you had to nail about the free-to-play market, and then what Fortnite got correct, you need your game to run on anything, and you need your game to run on anything. So yeah, you need your game to run on anything. Also another bad feature is that you need to download the whole game. And the whole game is 150. Right now, when I download the game, the game today is 175 gigabyte. 175 gigabyte. That nearly 175 gigabyte. That is nearly a half of. No, that is more than half of 300 gigabytes. And that is nearly that. I think that is a quarter on my storage in my PS4. I never bothered to get a hard drive. I keep meaning one, but that is a lot for gigabyte, and that is a lot. And especially say you don't own the game. Say you don't own the game, you just want to play Battle Royale. You have to download anything in the game. You have to download anything in the game. You have to download anything in the game to leave play one mode. What really, let's be honest, this one mode in 9 or 10 gigabyte. It 9 or 10 gigabyte. I wouldn't even say it your normal AAA from a AAA developer 4070 100 gigabyte. It 9 or 10 gigabyte, like gee. And when you go on a PlayStation store, it even said it 9 or 10 gigabyte. That it even said it 9 or 10 gigabyte. So yeah, when you go on the PlayStation store, it even said that in 9 or 10 gigabyte. And then the final thing I want to, and then the final thing I want to say is, would the game be either be successful and better for? Would the game be the game where I play 2 years, straight for 2 years, and we all play it, my friend and anybody know about it, even my teacher know about it? big partnership with Netflix and Amazon, and big partnership with the movie industry, like the Fortnite and the Avenger, or big partnership with phone company like Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Well, like the Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Like the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Whoa. Like the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And my question there. My question there. No. It will never become the net Fortnite. This game will never become. Where did I put my own gun? Oh, yeah. This game will never become the net Fortnite. It will never become the net free advertising, big partnership with Avenger. It will never become. They will never have a fan base where people do Fortnite dances and people do competition and all that. It will never. It will never have a fan base where they team up with football team, like, and they team up with American footballers, and they do special event for the World Cup, and they team up with movie like Stranger Things, Avenger, and thing like that. It will never be the game where they team up with Diddy and you have Stormtrooper item, and you have Deadpool in the game. It will never be the game. It will never be the game where you have big matches of World Cup. It will never be the game where your grandma can run the game on any hardware, even your phone. Actually, I saw an article, and we can add I saw an article, so should it be a mobile game? And it should you come to mobile. But it will never be that game. It will never be the game where kids rock up to sewer with Fortnite t-shirt. And then it will never be the game where kids on the backfield, your friend on the backfield, what wouldn't normally do this? What wouldn't normally do this? Get their phone to watch stupid ADA to see the new content. Like, it's freaking ADA! He like, gee, it will never be the game where your Call of Duty YouTuber would suddenly just boycott that game and concentrate onto fun. And it will never be the game where player and fan get tattooed on their leg and on their arm with Fortnite. That Eugene Gamer girl, that I read into you. Legend, you're so amazing. I support you in the fun, but it will never be that game. It will never be that game. So, and it will never will be that game, just because of that 18 rating. It will never be that game. And then I got another question. This might be for a future video, but I'll learn it. Should Battle Royale be a mobile game? Yes, it should be a mobile game. It probably can run a mobile hardware. We got phone what I got 1.5 terabyte of storage and nearly 1.5 terabyte of storage, and they got 16 gigs of RAM in there. And they got 16 gigs of RAM in it. they got 16 gigs of RAM in there. We got phone like that. We got phone what it probably got more storage and more RAM on day one than a freaking console. But so it should be a mobile. And did they put Call of Duty? Should Call of Duty go free to play? Where they already done it once with Call of Duty Online, they done it twice with Call of Duty Mobile, and they done it a third time with the new Call of Duty Warzone. So maybe yeah, but that a conversation for another day. So let me on to the next topic. But yeah, let me on to the next topic. So yeah. So that would remotely decent. So cool. Did we compare or setting? I can't exactly remember. Third play. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. So our second topic is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not having a multiplayer. Now, you didn't know I live stream Call of Duty Modern Warfare because right now, to be honest, live content is, I think, is what consumer, what the audience need, and live content is just better for me. So I live stream it in the holiday for about, I think it would have 2 to 3 hours stream. It was quite long in my opinion. So I live stream it, and yeah, I just deadly think that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it is a shame that there's no multiplayer. But I truly think Activision, here's my plan for Call of Duty Modern. Activision is gonna put all the map and all the gun and all the custom into Modern Warfare multiplayer. Into Modern Warfare multiplayer. And then what they're gonna do, they're gonna make their own mode called NW2 multiplayer, and that will be Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, because I think Call of Duty, not only it will make Activision a head of a lot of money, you say Modern Warfare 4 Modern Warfare 2019 had Modern Warfare 2 maps. I think that'd be really good, and then that will make lower sale, and then you put your game down to £30, and then that will make a lower sale for them. So I think they will be putting Modern Warfare 2. I think they will be sorry. I think they will be putting Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer into Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare 2019 remaster. I definitely think they will be doing it. It will make a ton of money for Activision, and a ton of money it will bring a ton of money for Activision, and it will be great for the game fans. And you have gamers what don't even play Call of Duty, but will just buy it for Modern Warfare 2. You would have that letter or that response there, and maybe you could do Modern Warfare 2 gunfight map, or maybe a Modern Warfare 2 freaking Royale. A freaking battle royale. A Modern Warfare 2 freaking battle royale. That would just be amazing in my opinion. Running through turmoil where no Russian had it, and then running through the colourful street of Barcelona, or but yeah, Rio de Janeiro. That would be absolutely freaking amazing. I would love that so much. Where'd the girl camera? Did they had the girl camera in here? I'm trying to look for a good camera. I like that. That dragon? No, neopin. Put that on all my gun. That oh, I may not unlock that because it. So yeah, I think the game would have had a great success if they eventually do put Modern Warfare into Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer into NW2. I think that would be the best idea for it. I think that would be the best idea for it, and I think they should do it. And review Modern Warfare 2 campaign. It wasn't. And how did I leave map? Because I don't. Did I promote? How did I promote Hinton? League party, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be daddy good and daddy favor. So, and talking about Modern Warfare 2, the campaign was really good. I really like it. Let's play realism first. Realism. I really liked it. The campaign was absolutely brilliant. Other campaign, and I really liked it. And yeah, some of my friends who play say it weighs £20 or $20 or whatever. But I really like it, and I to be honest, what a campaign it's, to be honest, it was a campaign experience, and it was really decent, that campaign, and it probably one of the best Call of Duty campaign, or one of the best storyline I play in my gaming career and my gaming history. That really good. So that really good. Let me on to the next real question, what you all been adding. The PlayStation 5 controller. Now we can't get it on screen. But PlayStation 5 controller, it will be in the title. PlayStation 5 controller. So what would it? A PlayStation 5 controller. It being redesigned. So the so it's still the same, but the stick are wider and bigger, much more like the Xbox controller, and then more point outward. The capture button, the share button is gonna get removed for the capture button, they say. And it's gonna have an onboard microphone and with a speaker. With a speaker, we're really good. With a speaker, and you probably be thinking, for so long you need to buy a mic to actually talk shit. Damn the microphone when your team is doing really bad. Unless you get some random guy. Yeah. I remember back in the day where you need to have money. When it was like a premium to have a mic so you can talk. So you can talk shit down the mic against your team. Like geez. I remember when it was a premium and now it's not a premium and it include. To be honest, I got used to the PlayStation controller when I was first on it. I like the PlayStation. I like the Xbox controller. I thought it was much better in my hand. Mainly for the idea when I get older I will much like it. But apparently you can, for I know a lot of people wanted to play it suited tighter on the PlayStation 4. I got a adapter where the Xbox controller can work on the PS4 and what work on the PS4, and maybe I might do that because I think the Xbox controller is a better controller, to be honest. But I had got used to the controller. But yeah, I know some people want to do that because PlayStation have got so many good executed titles on their machine. We got God of War, we got The Ladder, we got Uncharted with a great title, we got Uncharted with a great title. We got so many great games. We got so many great games that I know people just bought a wire but connect their Xbox controller to their PS4 to play the great game. So yeah, I know people just done that to play the great game in my opinion, and just to play the great game, and yes, I know people who have done that. So yeah, but I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing that Xbox are doing, where you can play your original, where you can have your original console and then don't get the new controller. Maybe there will be so many. Maybe it will be like, maybe them peasant what can't afford the original, what can't afford a microphone actually hadn't actually just stick with their own controller, and then then it will still feel like a premium to have a microphone. Maybe, but yeah, I do think the design is good. I wonder, I might do the Xbox idea, and to be honest, I wonder if they're just gonna do what Xbox did, and you know what? Screw it, you can use any accessory on the device. Whether that controller like the DualShock 4, the PS5, the DualShock 4 for the 4 and for the PS4 and the 3 for the PS3, or maybe just mouse and keyboard, like get a mouse and keyboard and just go plus. Many games like Call of Duty and Fortnite use mouse and keyboard, so maybe just go mouse and keyboard. Maybe just go mouse and keyboard. Just do that. Maybe just use mouse and keyboard, in my opinion. Maybe people are gone out of their way to use mouse and keyboard. So yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, and where the PlayStation button is gonna get the share button is gonna be the capture button, and another gonna be the dual sent, and that is the dual shot for
You're needed at sea.
with sorry guy, with yeah, it's gonna be the dual shot sent, and that is the dual, and that is the dual shot with it's decent. I don't think that a better name, but that was Sonny calling it, and it's Sonny calling that was a good shot. It's Sonny calling it, and Sonny calling it. Yeah. Let's just hope that
Securing C.
what is going on with the PlayStation? I forgot it. Then let's just hope that
We hold all the objectives.
let's just hope that PlayStation, let's just hope the controller is good, because they have spent all their money in a super fat SSD.
We've got control.
Guy, the lead that I want on my guy, I've been saying it for a lot. I don't care about load time. I really don't. I care about storage. All I care about is the constant shit with modern spec. What the PC market is, what available in the PC market, and if you don't release the freaking console with a 500 gig hard drive, release in PS4, in the new Xbox on PS4, don't release with a lead with a 2 terabyte hard SSD. That is gonna be absolute garbage. That is gonna be absolute garbage. Yeah. To me, I care about more stuff. So,
Hold fire, I'm not your enemy.
now this is the part of the show where we go. How working before, and how the social things that have been heard, how do we do? Well, I wanna put this to you guys. How have you been communicating with your friend? How have you been working? And more importantly, not just staying entertained, but staying active. Staying active.
Friendly care package inbound.
Well, that I had to. Staying active. Because I want to know from you guys. How's it been? To me, working has been the way I thought it was, and it's been good because we've been able to communicate through Microsoft Teams back and forth with my teacher, and it's better for a thing like me do it. I can communicate with my assistant and all that, and yeah, Microsoft Teams had been good for me. And the way I expected. We were actually quite funny in my computing lesson. We were talking about working at a modern team. What a modern team you that you really like fighting, Zoom and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. I don't care that. They use them to talk to their bitches all around the world. So we were actually learning about that, and then after I finished the lesson, my teacher, my IT teacher, set up a team for her. And I wanted to be sort of cheeky and go, hey, I wanted to be sort of cheeky and go, You know what? We are working at a modern team. Well done! Applying something that we learn in IT to our actual learning. But I know that would be kind of rude and kind of cheeky, and to be honest, I don't want to kind of say that. But yeah, they've been good. But one thing which was annoying, I couldn't do my media work for 2 days. For 2 days. And that was really annoying. Hey, I'm 69. Hey, that cool. I couldn't do my media work for freaking 2 days because OneNote was that. Because server getting scrapped because it's Saturday in the country or Friday or day off or some sort of day off like Easter, so it normally goes Friday or Friday, so it day off. It's people are still using that software for do other things like hobby projects, script. We normally do a script on OneNote because OneNote I just like OneNote to transfer online. And maybe people who have got kids, and maybe taking either holiday, so maybe they're stood up and finishing a bit of pieces off before they go on their 2 week, before they go on their 2 week break and their Good Friday holiday.
Team deathmatch.
So yeah,
Enemy inbound, lock and load.
that so might have been, but I can stay even more. But I wonder if they're gonna use Google. I wonder if they're gonna use Google Cloudroom for Google Cloudroom for when we just been doing revising. So I wonder if they're gonna do Google Cloudroom for when we're actually doing like the hardcore stuff that we need to know. Because yeah, even if it will get taken down paper, where to be honest, it will probably get taken out of doing down paper. Yeah, people are doing their work. People are not stupid. People are not just idiot where smoking and drinking and probably having sex and doing I don't know what you do on porn. And even if people are not spending any time on it. And when it revising, so I wonder if they're gonna do a Google Cloudroom. And to be honest, I might have my science teacher. I might have my science teacher because I would. And at the lead Mad Science, English, and RE, the four more important subjects in my school for Tgtg and anyway, at least we do Google Cloudroom, because yeah, I like that what teacher are doing, because some teacher like my science and media, we already had it, and IT are actually being remotely smart and remotely using software with it available. And working from home has just been great, because it's just been great. It let me to learn my organisation skills. It let me prepare for college and university and further education, so I can be right up there. in society,
Cruise missile incoming.
like I want to.
Be advised, friendly
And
precision
it helped
airstrike
me to
inbound.
manage my day and plan my day and be more honor. Like totally, I'm already an all-night person.
Enemy personal
Missing the
radar.
Guardian, the game myself for nearly 4 weeks, but yeah. So it helped me to keep all night and keep cool. And say that I didn't want to get, and say that I did, and say that I didn't want to go ahead or go back, I can just do it. Cause they're all on the Google Drive and it all available there. So yeah, I like how they handle it and it being good and relaxing.
Friendly
They're
care
playing
package inbound.
normal, but I think they could have done it better. You could have done Google Chrome. You could have, instead of do 2-week revisions, just do Google Chrome. You should have done that, and you should have done that. And I hope when we go back in term whatever it is, I can't remember the freaking term, that they use Google Chrome. Be smart. Got all the you got all the
Friendly VTOL on station for Overwatch.
you got thing like, ha, even if you don't want to use Google Chrome, do it on Skype or Zoom or what's that even? No, what, you can't do it on WhatsApp. Do it on something, or do it on freaking YouTube. Not that hard, not that difficult. Like, we, as a society, especially living in a HIC country, that is a high income country, it's silly how
Enemy cruise missile
we are not using our technology when we need it the most. We're not using our technology to the full advantage. And to be honest, we really should be using our technology, our gadget, our toy, our machine to the full advantage, to make human more smarter, more intelligent, and more, again, more developed as a person, as a society. We should be using the technology what available. And anybody has got, I reckon, in my sewer, anybody probably got access to the internet and access to a computing device or a computing machine. So yeah. So working from home and being good at being alright, but they could have done a bit better. And I really fear for my education and my friend's education and my colleague education. And my, should I say, my candidate education, as they call you at Tgtg, they call you candidate. With I don't mind calling candidate. But I do fear for it, and I do wonder what gonna happen. What is gonna happen in? I do wonder what is gonna happen. What is gonna happen in September? Are they gonna cut the paper out of the mock, out of the paper? They're gonna go. Are they gonna go all over it again? In very fine gritty detail? Are they gonna maybe keep a batter you? Are they gonna tell all the information on the paper? you are initiated to read through it and then answer it on the paper? Are they, because, yeah, what is, and I wonder for next year, because you never know, we might not be out of it in May, they're predicting, we might not be back out soon. And I worry about predicted grey, because predicted grey are sort of the double-edged sword. They really are. You're the top kid getting top grade 7, 8 or 9. Then you got the right end of the sword, mate. You'll be loving it. You'll be like in a road war getting high and getting high with some champagne. But at the same time, that sword is really pointy, and that sword is really pointy, and it got a point at people, especially the people what are got low grade or grade what don't really representation, and even if you got good grade and you got decent grade, then maybe what they're gonna do, are they just gonna give you that grade? So say 9, say you're predicted to get a 9 that lesson, are they gonna go 90% for a 9? Because normally in certain lessons, any 10% is a physical grade, so what they do, or so in the 50 they take the normal and go grade 5, and then 100, but at 100 day, or they go 90. So I wonder, what they're gonna do. Are they gonna, will you get to reset it? And I feel really unfortunate for them people what are going into new environment in September or whenever we go back. And they're not in a comfortable position where they can where they can follow the plan or follow their path or follow the car. And I know people say the pathway is not always smooth night in time. I know they might say where they might have, I know they say the pathway might have butchered or might have lee or might be unsturdy or might be the terrain at the pathway or might be windy or wet or rainy. But any trier should get the ability to make their path and to get their shot and not throw away. And I'm not throwing away my shot like it said in Hamilton. You got that weather for you. So yeah, and this is the part where I taught you what we're doing for Guardian in the game. So I'm gonna put the podcast up, where they're gonna go after the review. So that was what we're doing at home. So what are we doing at Guardian in the Gamer Media Group for the way forward Guardian? So we're gonna put the video we just made up tonight or maybe tomorrow. We're deadly gonna get the Galaxy What review and the Record Show 5 review up, and then we're gonna make some video. We might make a Modern Warfare 2 video and Chicago free to play, and we're deadly gonna make some video up. I just wanna say when I say about that pseudo, beta are really handy. So you got a beta? Well, to be honest, first thing, And you're getting you some invite. World 1. If you get that red ink good, I want to give you a World 1.
Capture and defend the forward operator.
Don't throw away your shot. No, they didn't knock the time to just be a dick about it. And if you got a BTAC, just do your work. Just do your work. Cause in a current situation, maybe you might get a rubbish predicted grade. Like a predicted grade what you don't want to. But that beta is still gonna count. So yeah.
We're taking Bravo.
So you don't throw away the beta. Or don't throw away your shot. You shouldn't be throwing away your shot anyway. So what had I been doing to keep at? Well, to keep at the other purchase. I purchased Diddy Plus, so we are now on the premium version of Diddy Plus because it doesn't give you a stupid option to pay. So we have been watching the I love that film. That TV. I actually think it's better than Star Wars. So we've been watching a called My Favorite Mandalorian. We've also been watching Toy Story 4. We've been watching The Incredible. We also been watching the puppy movie. We got a puppy and we got a dog and Morty, and his name Morty, and Morty really like puppy movies on there. We've been watching like Star Wars, so all the Star Wars we've been going back and watching it. I've been watching some Clone Wars, it's really good. I've been mainly watching Toy Story, Diddy like film, and Laura Star Wars, and it's been really good for Diddy. I've been and then I've been watching the new. I've been irritated with the new, because although the news is very important. For now, for my game, I've been playing on my game. So I purchased PlayStation Plus, so I can play like some like Doom, PUBG, and have one. So I purchased that at it's $7.99 or $8.99. And you can download them, so you don't have to stream. So I've been doing that, and I have been going to all the mountain bike places because you can't. I have been hitting a ball against a wall, practicing my tennis shot. So when I go back, hopefully in September or when it will be, I will be pretty good at shotting and order. And I ordered a new tennis racket because my old one is kind of the pretty in the rough shape right now. And I ordered a new one because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cheat set a new racket. So I ordered a new racket, and it really bad. So I sent them an email. They haven't replied. I don't know if it because I sent it on Friday and it was Good Friday, or they're not doing that judge. Surely they are doing that judge. Surely they can just do it for now.
We're on Bravo, stand by.
Surely they can.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the center.
surely they can do it from home. Surely? Wouldn't you surely they can do it from home. So yeah, I've been doing that. So let's talk about tech. The tech news. The tech news. We should make an intro. I think that would be really funny. The tech news. Oh, the tech news. I want to say final thing for my entertainment. Then I nature video, or then on TikTok it actually cheer me up. With fun NHS. You're actually cheering me up. So yeah, bye. You're actually cheering me up. So yeah. So let's get on to the tech news. More stupid idiocy about this, but actually very credible. So I don't know how long we've been going for, but let's get on with the tech news. So Google and Apple, yeah. I'm sorry. The rich kids are teaming up with the poor Android person now. I don't. Yeah, sorry. You're gonna have to team up with the bed platform. I'm sorry we don't have our phone is not $1,500, but you're gonna have to team up with the poor one for a bit. Just for a bit. I'm sorry, just for a tiny. So they are working to create a coronavirus app. It will work on Bluetooth, and it will detect whether your device, where you're in the same location who somebody where you have been, where in that location somebody had the symptom of somebody had got coronavirus. So whether you been around and the same person have been there and got coronavirus. Apparently they are using Bluetooth, not GPS with I don't know why, but Google said they will be mandatory. Google said there will be a opt-in program, so will not be required, but it will be locked in, and data will be, I imagine, sent back to you. What did I think? A third question, I'm gonna add you. Now that I know we talk a lot about privacy on the and to be insecure, would you do? Your lie and your Redditor lie. Personally for me, I would do. Because if they're gonna say somebody lie, then I'm gonna do knowledge. I would. Nah, I wouldn't have that time. To be honest, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have the app downloaded all the time, but personally, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. I wouldn't have the app all on the time, but I would have it on my phone when I go out. I know. And I would do it just to say somebody like. It's gonna be a big concern. Privacy is gonna be a big concern. Like, Did it know like when? What time? Did it give you a time? Did it give you a location? Did it give you like when the patient to you? That's what I want to know. And I could see a very big problem with it. I could see a very big problem with government forcing it, because if you got an app what can save people lives just by having it on their device, on their computer device, then they're gonna enforce it. So government are probably enforce it. That's my only problem with do that. And would it be built into OEN operating system, like did an operating system like One UI or maybe Android or maybe iOS or iPad or whatever? And what will you, and then if you do that, what would you consider as a proper mobile device to do that? Because technically, what would Samsung and Google consider a mobile device to do this? So yeah, I don't know. A mobile device to do this, what would they consider as that mobile device? I don't really know. And one project I could see government enforcing on this. Because, yeah, they gotta enforce it if it's a lie. My final question, would they be built into right there. My final question, would it be built into a would it be built into a would it be built into a would it be built into operating system, so you won't have to download the app? It would just be built in when you install the net version of Android or the net version of iOS or whatever that is. So yeah, and which device are justified to get there? Is it and what do you consider as a mobile device to get there? Smartwatch? Sure. Phone? Sure. Tablet? I don't know. Laptop? Well, they are portable, but it only really matters whether you got LTE on, and so now I got LTE on. Or computing devices? Yeah, but why do you need it on a PC or a laptop? That really the question. That really the question. Why do you need it on a PC or laptop? That is really a question. Why do you really need it on a PC or laptop? That is really my question. Why do you need it on a PC or laptop. Is there any reason why you need it on a PC and laptop? I don't know what platform they will be running. I don't know what they'll be running on, and I don't know why. But yeah. 5G causes the coronavirus. Jeez, guys, listen. 5G does not cause coronavirus. That is a known fact. 5G does not cause coronavirus. Why do you think? And it only high band 5G what causes coronavirus. Not it only high band. And many countries have low band 5G in there. But only high band 5G what really matter. So yeah, and many people don't have high band 5G, and people are going up to work attacker and work employee and shouting at them. You know, telecommunication. I lived in a 5G network. And the girl posted a video and said, "Do you know that called coronavirus? Why are you?" And it was not to do with 5G, it's to do with cable. We're really urgent. But bye guys, thanks for watching the Guardian the Gamer, and it's just super. Please don't do this, it is just really super. Oh, that is just really super. So bye guys, the Guardian the Gamer, and I will see you next time.